All right, so we're going to review the reflection responses. I received 17 replies back. The first question was, what made you feel successful so far this year? What made me feel successful this year is Miss Benites' great big smile. Yay! Learning division, seeing my high grades, 10 out of 10, A's, pluses. I feel very successful when I finish all my work and daily homework in all one day. I feel successful that I'm able to stay on track and do my work without getting off track. It's harder to follow a schedule on Zoom than it is in person. That my teacher was there to explain and help me to get things done. Math, I was able to do school, knowing that I have learned a lot this year, knowing that my teacher made me successful because she helps me when I need it and she makes sure I understand the subject and is the sweetest person I've ever met. Oh my goodness, that's so wonderful. My classmates, parents, and teachers. What made me successful this year is the teacher I have because I get challenged, getting mostly A's or hundreds or fives and learning from the zeros. That's so important. Having friends, catching up with work. What was difficult so far this year? The difficult is learning how to work and still learning with technology, division, being able to complete every assignment every day. The roller coaster was difficult. It was difficult to think of something difficult this year. Having some math and some quizzes, having classes and being online, ELA, science, having the meetings online. The one thing that is a little difficult is getting all my work done because sometimes it's challenging. At first, division and multiplication. What was difficult this year is sometimes I think the homework is too hard, but really I just have to focus. Getting used to and knowing what to do for assessments or the first part of the year. It was a little difficult for me reading all the assignments. Wow, this is great reflections. What's your least favorite lesson so far? Oops, did I miss it? Yeah, what was your favorite lesson? I skipped over one. Sorry, guys. My favorite lesson is building the roller coaster because we were like engineers and I love building and testing to see if it works. And that is why it was my favorite. My favorite is rounding to the nearest 10. Nixon, The Art of Doing Nothing. I liked it because it was very calm and we got to take a break and rest, think and relax. Roller coaster. My favorite lesson was the Germinator one because it required you to look after plants and I enjoyed that very much. My favorite lesson is math because I feel like every day I do math, I learn something new. The cursive lessons are my favorite because it's fun to write like that. Edmentum, math because I'm good at math. The Leonardo da Vinci lesson because my baby brother's name is Leonardo. I liked when Mrs. Benites had us make a board game to understand the branches of government. My mom and I played it and we had lots of fun. My favorite lesson was in week 1 because I learned multiplication so fast. My favorite lesson so far is the roller coaster because I like building and you build the roller coaster. The roller coaster because you got to be creative with it. My favorite lesson so far is art because I love doing art. The roller coaster lesson. Why? Because I got to play Roblox. Yes. Okay. There we go. What's your least favorite lesson and why so far? So my least favorite is Math for Today. My least favorite because Math for Today's questions are not as cheerful and it's stuff I already know. I know it's good to review math, but I'm just not a big fan. Life cycle because you got to learn about life cycles. That's the least favorite. The end of the quarter adaptive math test because they were really long and it takes me forever. Yes, those took forever. I have no least favorite. My least favorite lesson was to make the math because it was hard to think of more emotions than mad when I'm mad. My least favorite lesson is science. Anything done in Edmentum because it's confusing to do. Math because I didn't learn that much from it. I want to learn harder math and get better at it. Tests because I'm not good at tests. This I believe because I started it on my birthday and so I had to do 2 of this I believe the next day. I don't really have a least favorite lesson. They're all fun and interesting. I'm not sure. My least favorite lesson so far is the ELA UGG because the UGG assignment had a lot of questions, which I don't like. Probably the 12 or 16 things to do a day. And that would make me exhausted. Whoa, we only have 6 things that we do. All right, the least favorite lesson is reading because I think it's a little hard. Germination lesson, why? Because my seed wouldn't grow. All right, these are very thoughtful. All right, what are your teacher's strengths? Waha. Let's see. My teacher's strengths are helping others and making sure all the questions are answered and making sure the assignments are fun. Chocolate, seeing her students. I like how she lets me do alternative assignments for points and lets me figure out new ways to do other assignments. Encouraging me. My teacher's strengths are being able to define a word so we understand it more and make sure the classroom is fun. I think my teacher has a lot of strengths. She really is funny and she's nice. Oh, the video is going to end. I'll be back with part 2.